Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be talking about monkeypox, we'll be talking about face masks, we'll be talking about disability rights, as well as a look into Tesla in Thailand. That's all coming up on today's Good Morning Thailand. Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. This is Natty Warisa.
Hello everyone. We're matching in black.
Yes. And I'm Jay, and this show is brought to you by Dewa Beach Resort. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a couple of topics to talk about. We hope the internet is a bit better today. I understand we've had some buffering issues. However, you can also use the timestamps after the live video has ended to skip to the part where we sometimes talk about news. Other than that, Natty, how has your day been?
It's only started, but it's been fun so far.
But you wake up quite early at like 5 a.m. and you like to go work out.
Where did you get that impression? No,
I have seen you go
up
cycling early in the morning.
Oh, that's when I'm
Don't
super
lie to me,
fit,
Natty.
but not
Don't
now,
lie to me.
not now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first topic today is regarding face mask wearing, as the mandate is to be lifted only in certain areas. Now, it is not technically enforceable by law to force someone to wear a mask. However, mask wearing is encouraged everywhere around Thailand, and the public health minister actually has had to come out and issued a clarification that after June the 1st, the news regarding the lifting of the mask mandate will actually only be in designated areas and certain places, possibly. So it's still not confirmed. So to anyone who's been hearing the news regarding the mask mandate being completely lifted, it hasn't actually fully been
Removed from the
it hasn't been
gazettees.
fully been removed. It hasn't been talked about yet even, or confirmed by the CCSA. So we're going to have to wait on that news. As for now, the permanent secretary of the Public Health Ministry said that the mask regulations must be adjusted around mid-June. So it's not exactly after June the 1st. It's most probably the middle of June. And that's going to upset a lot of people, as most people seem to hate masks.
Yes,
And
I can imagine why.
the reason I asked this, Natty, because yesterday we actually went to an event called Thaigex Anuga, and we have a video coming on that maybe early next week. Actually,
it's
no,
tomorrow.
that's not true. Yeah, that video is coming
Or
out
today,
tomorrow.
yeah.
The reason I'm talking about this is we went to the event, and that was the first time we might have spent about 8 hours at the event.
Yeah, a
and
long time.
Everyone, including us, was wearing a mask at all times. There were maybe thousands of people there.
Yes.
Yeah, and everyone was wearing a mask, whether you're a foreigner or whether you're Thai. For those of you who are unaware, Thaigex Anuga is basically a food exhibition, not the fun one where you can just go and try different types of food. It's basically for companies, businesses to come and show their new products and stuff like
But
that.
we did have fun trying a lot of stuff.
We did. Yes, we did.
Yes.
But anyways, going back to my topic regarding masks, how did you feel wearing a mask the entire time?
Oh man, it's so tiring. But medically speaking, being inside a mask for long periods of time and not breathing fresh air is actually not good for you. That's what I heard from doctors. So from time to time, you do have to kind of remove it to get in fresh air and then put it back on at some point in time.
Yeah, and I noticed, we had to take breaks to eat some food, to drink some water, and we keep taking it off, putting it on the table. You eat your food. Everybody forgets that you have to wear a mask when we're in restaurants. We eat our food, put it back on. We want to sip something, take it, you put your hand on the dirty side of the mask, put it down, drink some water, put it back on. And we keep doing that about 2 to 3 times a day, while wearing that same mask for 8 hours.
Yeah.
In the car, outside, indoors, outdoors, to the bathroom.
Yes.
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 And I thought about that, and I did feel quite uncomfortable because, when we're in the office, okay, this is like our mini bubble. We all work with each other every day, so we can remove the mask. We're doing the show, we remove the mask. A lot of people on Thai television actually wear the mask while broadcasting. And even when we're traveling, as soon as we step outside the building, we wear a mask. But when we're home or when we reach our area where you can like slowly remove it quietly,
Quietly? Okay.
allegedly.
Yes.
But at this event, you could not take out your mask.
No. Yeah, they were very strict with the mask wearing and also a lot of other things, like, for example, shoes. Like, you had to wear proper shoes. That's beside the point. But yes, I do agree that
It was a business exhibition.
it was a very business place to go to. But I do agree that wearing masks isn't the most comfortable thing in the world. And now that the pandemic has sort of declined somewhat, I think it's time to now let the people breathe fresh air, especially in designated areas such as parks. I think it should be really lifted. Speaking of which, you were saying that they're gonna lift the mask mandate for some areas, but they haven't specified which.
They have not specified which areas, but I'm hoping it's, legal, not legally, but according to the mask mandate, you're actually supposed to wear a mask even while you're on the beach.
Yeah.
So, that's not right.
That's
is
not
it?
sexy. Come on, let's not do
You're going
that.
to a beach to get suntan, or you're going to wear a mask and have those tan lines.
Interesting tan lines.
Yeah. So obviously there's certain places like parks, wide open areas, beach. If you can do it in restaurants, you should be able to not wear a mask on the park. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I know you will let us know your comments regarding the mask mandate. Keep them coming, and we will address them later. As the voice of God, hand on her head, I think she's really frustrated with us today because we started late, and we apologize for that. But the voice of God is in the house, and she will take your questions later on near the end of the episode. As for now, I have a quick update, Natty, on monkeypox. Now, the government has actually upped the monkeypox alert level. It is now classified as a communicable disease that requires close surveillance. No need to panic yet. The screening measures are being raised. That's what's currently happening to stem the possible spread of the viral disease, even though not a single case has been detected in the country so far. So there is no recorded or any case detected so far, so there's no need to panic. But the Ministry of the Public Health is just raising their screening measures and being vigilant in order to stay
safe.
Yeah, that's right.
I think from now onwards, this is just the way of life that we have to. This is something that we should have always done, but social distancing a little bit, washing our hands before eating, or touching our face or rubbing our eyes. We're going to have to teach children nowadays to, when you're itchy, don't rub your eyes because you don't know where your hands are and all that jazz.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maintain social distancing at all times.
At all times, yes.
You like your bubble, Nettie?
I love it. I'm an introvert, man.
Do you like
I
your
prefer,
social space?
Yeah, leave my personal space alone. This is my personal space. Don't come in.
Your arms are very small. You're literally just doing this. This is the equivalent of what you're doing to me right now.
Right.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out today's Thailand news headlines with Natty.
Thailand's PM Prayut Chan-o-cha has told Thai media that he is ready to work with the incoming Bangkok governor Chhatchhat Sithipan. But the PM says he's curious how Chhatchhat will achieve the 200 policies he's promoted during the election campaign. The PM said Chhatchhat would be, quote, more powerful than the Prime Minister if he could accomplish all policies, end quote. The unofficial result of the Bangkok gubernatorial election was announced on Sunday night. The independent candidate, Chhatchhat Sithipan, has unofficially won the ballot with nearly 1.4 million votes, a record vote tally for anyone running for the position of Bangkok governor in the past. The Office of the Election Commission says they will officially announce the election result within 30 days if everything checked out and no irregularities were detected. Chhatchhat promoted 214 policies and campaigns to improve Bangkok, divided into 9 categories: safety, health, environment, education, management, transportation, infrastructure, economy, and creativity. Chhatchhat spent 2 years working on his campaign, a lot of it whilst providing food bags for Bangkok's needy during the COVID pandemic. Officials in Katu District, Phuket are introducing measures to enhance the English proficiency in local schools. The chief of Phuket's Katu district, Siwat Wangkun, says he has looked beyond the walls of the district's schools for teaching English, since some school staff lack proficient English teaching skills. The group Siwat has turned to help include local government agencies, foundations, associations, and entrepreneurs who are qualified and proficient in English and can help schools. Siwat said that the mayor of Patong municipality and the president of Kamala Subdistrict Administrative Organization are supporting him. Now, a meeting for all partners supporting the project is scheduled for June 2nd at Ban Mai Riep School in Katu. Siwat said that media and all groups interested in the project to improve English instructions are welcome to attend. Siwat's initiative comes in the wake of a recent announcement by Phuket Governor Narong. Narong said that it's important for children to better understand English so they can have more job opportunities in the future, particularly in tourism. And lastly, all flights are now back on schedule today after a Royal Thai Air Force aircraft was stuck on the runway of Ubon Ratchathani International Airport following the bursting of both of its rear tires during landing yesterday morning. The normal brake system failed to work, so the pilot used the emergency brakes to prevent the plane skidding off the runway, causing the rear tires to burst, making it impossible to move the plane off the runway. Spokesperson for the Royal Thai Air Force, Police General Prapat Sonjaidi, said the plane is used to transport Air Force personnel to and from missions and was transporting Air Force staff performing their duties at Wing 21 Ubon Ratchathani. The Air Force has not reported any injuries in relation to the incident. The Air Force apologizes for any inconvenience caused to anyone whose flight was cancelled because of the incident yesterday.
After the break, you're watching Good Morning Thailand, and ladies and gentlemen, you just watched an ad for Dewa Beach Resort, which is our sponsor for today, and you can get a 10% discount at Dewa Beach Resort if you type in the code Thaiger at checkout. So why not have a wonderful holiday in a beautiful resort in Nayang, Phuket with Dewa Beach Resort. Thank you, Nettie. I'd also like to thank Brendan Hatch, because guess what, Nettie?
Is he a member?
He's a Thaiger member.
Yeah,
Thank you, Brendan. We appreciate your support. It's now time, Nettie, for the editorial. So next Wednesday, we will see the next phase of reducing restrictions for Thailand. But exactly what's going to change after June the 1st? Tim Newton, ladies and gentlemen, is going to tell you. So here's Tim Newton with our editorial for today.
Next Wednesday is the next big step for Thailand as it tediously, ever so tediously, rolls out the next phase of restriction easing. June the 1st is the day when changes announced 13 days ago will come into place. Getting into Thailand will become a little bit easier, and the bars and karaoke parlours will be allowed to officially reopen. Now, the only change for arriving foreigners will be for the unvaccinated or the undervaccinated. They'll no longer be required to take a PCR test before they come to Thailand. They can, from June the 1st, just arrive in Thailand and take, under supervision, an ATK test. If it's negative, they can go about their way. That's the only change if you're a foreigner. From June the 1st, international arrivals will still be required to apply for and be approved for a Thailand pass. Only foreigners. Thais won't have to apply for a Thailand pass after that date. Apparently, returning Thais are less capable of bringing COVID into Thailand than Anaton's, that's the public health minister's famous dirty farang. Now, he's never going to let that one down. Let's remind you when the mercurial health minister and deputy PM warned Thais about the dirty farang who were refusing to wear face masks. Now, this is back in March 2020, the very early days of the COVID pandemic, when Anaton warned his fellow Thais about the foreigners fleeing their own countries for the safe haven of Thailand. He said, many farang dress dirty and don't shower. As hosts, we have to be very careful. Now, fast forward 2 and a bit years, and there's still a little bit of that going on, with only foreigners being required to apply for a Thailand pass as of next Wednesday. So yes, you'll need to upload your passport and compulsory COVID insurance details unless you have a valid Thai work permit, plus your vaccination details, of course. And whilst in the process of applying for Thailand's digital gateway has been streamlined a lot since it was introduced in November last year, it still takes time, and around 5 to 10% of the applications are refused first time around. Once in the country, after June the 1st, you'll be delighted that the bars and night spots are being allowed to officially open until midnight. Well, if you've been in Thailand any time in the last 3 or 4 months, certainly in most of the tourist hotspots, that's been the case anyway. So the fact that it will now be official will make not one tot of difference to arriving tourists who want a drink in the evening. Now, slipping through some vague loophole, bars were able to reopen as restaurants as long as they applied for SHA Plus accreditation, a layer of additional paperwork so adored by some Thai officials. So come June the 1st, what exactly is changing for the vast majority of foreign travellers? SFA, basically nothing. So where is the respite? Where's the magic bullet that will encourage foreign tourists to come back to Thailand in large, useful numbers? To be clear, all the optimistic predictions of the Tourism Authority of Thailand will remain in doubt at this stage, as the cavalcade of arrivals just isn't happening. Well, not yet anyway. But it was yesterday's revelation from a spokesperson for the Public Health Department, not the Health Minister or the Tourism Minister, I should add, but a spokesperson who said that there would be a proposal to the next CSA meeting to remove the requirement for people to wear masks by the middle of June. Now, if that happens, it would signal a big change in the attitude of the CSA from being extremely risk-averse to at least slightly realistic. Not only realistic, but coming into line with similar changes that have already been made by Thailand's neighbours. That's Malaysia, Indonesia, Cambodia and Singapore. It's the removal of the mask wearing requirement that's likely to signal the most visual change to COVID restrictions that could make the biggest uptick to real traveller numbers. So bring it on. Let's stop telling the world Thailand is open and actually show them that Thailand's really open and that COVID is now in the rear-view mirror in the land of smiles. But if you thought the sight of people waiting for you at the arrival gate with their PPE suits and thermometers was over, think again. With the spectre of the M word, I dare not say it, we're still in a twilight zone between the COVID pandemic and, well, whatever's going to happen next. Tim Newton for the Thaiger.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Good Morning Thailand with Natty and Jay.
Hello.
Our next topic is regarding disability rights and an activist who was jailed. Now, this story is actually, it makes me have less faith in humanity because depending on how you feel about this story, one person's in the right and one person's in the wrong. So let me tell you what's happened. A disability rights activist was jailed after posting a picture of a motorist occupying a parking spot reserved for disabled people. And he actually parked the car quite annoyingly as well. So basically what happened was Kun Manit, who is a disability rights activist, he was, I'm guessing, I think, where was it? It was a Toyota Hilux Revo that was parked in a Lotus in Bangkok. So this activist who's already actually on a wheelchair. He saw this car being parked awkwardly on a disability parking spot, and he was like, he took a picture of it, and he was like, he's probably had to deal with this his whole life. People always abuse the disability parking and use it for their own benefit, even though they don't have any disability. So he took a picture of it, he put it on Facebook, and at first nothing really happened because he blurred out the license plates. He then re-uploaded the picture without the blurring, and that picture actually went viral, and people started commenting on the person, and they found out who he was or that car number plate, and that person started to get a lot of trolls or people commenting on him and being like, how could you do this, blah blah blah, to which then the owner of that car contacted Kun Manit, the activist, and said, how could you put my car picture there? It's caused me a lot of harm. People have been complaining to me, rightly so, I guess. And and they, he was just arguing on the phone and shouting at him. So the activist was like, all right, look, I can't make sense of this conversation, and he hung up. 6 months later, he received. 6 months later, he was sued. He was actually sued by the car owner, and Good Morning, the activist, was like, wait, I'm being sued for libel causes and I guess defamation, and also and he had to go to the court. And when he went to the court, the court actually judged it to be a criminal case, that there was actually a case here for libel, and he became a defendant in a criminal case. So it just started off with a picture of, oh, look at this guy abusing the parking spot of disabled people, to ending up being a criminal court case. And he was actually locked in a courthouse holding cell until his lawyers had to come and bail him out. But he was actually in a cell for about half a day for trying to bring light to a situation. Now the person of the owner of the car, he said that, okay, my father's disabled, and I actually had a right to be there. But I mean, there's no proof of his father actually being there at that moment, and there's no actually full evidence that the father's actually disabled as well. But yeah, unfortunately, in this case, because Kunmanet posted a picture with his license plate and put it out for the world, he's being charged as a criminal. Any comments, Nadi? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you on, I'm losing faith in humanity, that's for sure. First of all, the way he parked was very not nice. Like, he took up 2 spots, right? That itself, he should have gotten a fine for that.
Yeah.
Just alone. And him being like, oh, there was defamation, how dare you posted this online, Well, if you did things correctly the first time, even if your dad was there and he was really disabled, you shouldn't, I don't know, it was such an inconvenience for other people to park there if there were more people with disabilities and they needed to use that, right? So if you did things the right way the first time, then this wouldn't have happened. I don't know, I don't like people not owning up to their mistakes and instead becoming overly defensive and kind of retaliating unnecessarily.
Yeah.
All he had to do was just talk to the guy, hey, can you remove that post? Like, I apologize, but things are done, let's move on.
Yeah.
But instead, like, why would you sue this guy back? It's so ridiculous.
I mean, I'm glad that, I hope that this man actually, the activist who is going to be fighting this criminal case now, I hope he does get some help and support to fight this case, because if there's any justice left in this world, I think, if he has parked his car like that and, he has abused the parking spot, no one has a right to just jail someone. But does he have a point? Let's try to look at it from a different angle. Does he have a point? Like, do you have a point to just take a picture of my car with my license plate, put it online, people find out it's me, and then I get abused? So like let's say that I am sorry for my actions, but now, it causes me mental stress, it causes me trauma, I can't go to work because people know who I am, and they're causing me trouble in my daily life, in my work life. Do I then have a right to be like, Natty caused me all of this pain? I understand what you're trying to say, and I'm not too sure what to say about that. I just know that this is the reason why court cases are still run by people, right? You still have a judge, and the jury is still humans. Like, people are kind of like, is this right or no, and take a vote. Because if you wanted to go black and white, do we have jury in Thailand? I don't think so.
we do. But if you wanted to go black and white, then we could have put everything in a computer system, right? And just like, there's a defamation case, check, then yes, then you should definitely be in jail. But there's human elements to it. And I don't know, like, in this case, I feel like that was warranted. Like, he should get shamed a little bit. And I don't think people were threatening him like too harshly. Maybe they were kind of like reprimanding him, like, how dare you cause inconvenience to people with disabilities. But I don't think he got death threats or anything that he should be super concerned about. So him suing back is a little bit too much, in my opinion.
All right, fair enough. I do think it's a bit harsh, and I hope he does get help. Sorry, quick clarification. Actually, no jury.
No jury?
No jury in Thailand.
Wait, what is the word
There's
jury
no
in
jury
Thai?
system in Thailand. Judges alone decide cases based on the merits presented by the parties. And that is the update so far. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know your views. What do you think about this case? Was the man right to publicly shame him by posting the picture online? Does he deserve to, because he did that, does he deserve to then be sued by this other person who's clearly been harmed by that post? Let us know your views in the comment section and we'll address them shortly. As for now, we're going to take another quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about Tesla in Thailand and cafe served in penis bags. There's no other way of saying it. It's gone viral and we must talk about it. We'll be back right after this.
Good Morning Thailand gets up to 80,000 viewers per week, and we'd like to weaponise our audience for you.
That's right. So if you have a business or property or even your house that you'd like to sell,
Private yacht?
yeah, we could be in space.
I'm not sure about space.
Well, all you have to do is contact us on info@thethaiger.com and you can hire us up to a day or even a week and we'll go to your property and do the show live.
Good Morning Thailand, coming your way.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching Good Morning Thailand. And I said we're watching because I'm watching you on the screen.
Hello.
I'm watching myself rather. And I would like to talk about Tesla. Nettie, tell me, what do you feel about Tesla? How much do you love Elon Musk?
I don't like Elon Musk
Whoa.
that much. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said the truth there, but I think his cars are pretty cool.
Okay.
Tesla does seem like a fly car to have. Anyhow, what are your feelings?
I think Tesla car is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think Elon Musk is a bit erratic. I
Yeah.
think he's quite, I think he's mentally I think he's a genius for the things he's created. As a person, I don't know him personally. I don't know enough about him to comment on him. But yeah, he does do some crazy things. That doesn't help Tesla stocks. Tesla stocks can go up and down at any time. But yes, Tesla has registered as a company in Thailand. That is the update for today. That's good news because you will be able to buy Tesla cars in Thailand. Now, it's not going to be manufactured in Thailand. It's not going to be assembled in Thailand like most car manufacturers do. However, Tesla will just sell the cars in Thailand. Have you ever seen a Tesla in Bangkok?
I have actually. Just really recently, I saw two cars at different areas.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah.
I saw Tesla in Russia.
What?
I know.
What a weird place to
And
find one.
I thought I've been there 2 or 3 times in the last couple of months. We'd just like to take a ride up there, and I saw Tesla, and I was like, "Wow, it's Tesla in Russia of all places." That's the only place I've actually seen a Tesla.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe they were taking a trip.
Maybe they were.
Okay. Can't wait to buy a Tesla.
Yeah, I read a fun comment.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the arrival of Tesla in Thailand is in line with the government's policy to drive the use of electric vehicles to reduce carbon emissions. In March, the Thai government approved a budget of 3 billion baht neti to subsidize the retail price of EVs for customers in Thailand. And the government will also reduce income tax on EVs. Electric is the future. Is it?
Oh, I guess so.
There was also news, I think, a month ago or a couple of weeks that they were going to add 1,000 more EV charging stations in Bangkok.
I was just about to say, like, don't forget the infrastructure, like, because if you're going to bring in a lot of products but you don't have a place to charge them, then that wouldn't be that great.
I mean, electric cars are amazing, especially in places like Bangkok where you have to stop quite often because of the traffic and also the signals and the lights. So they actually do end up saving you quite a lot of money on petrol, especially currently the petrol prices are insane in the membrane. And our last topic is something that we're going to get flagged for.
No.
This episode is going to be flagged today.
Oh no, what are we talking about?
And unfortunately we will not be making any revenue from this video, but the news is the news, and we must talk about penis bags.
Oh,
Yes.
we might not
What am I
get
talking
flagged.
about?
Okay.
A cafe in the Songkhla province, southern of Thailand, has come up with a bizarre idea to attract customers. And what they've done seems to be working because we're clearly talking about it, and this has gone absolutely viral in Thai media. You can find it on Instagram, all forms of social media, news outlets, TV. Everyone's really talking about it. This cafe is not normal. Well, it's quite normal. It sells normal coffee. However, they serve their drinks in a penis bag, in a plastic bag in the size of a penis. Have you put the picture up yet?
Yeah, tons of them.
Look at that picture in all of its glory. You get it in different colors as well.
I wonder how they got that, how to call it, customized.
Yeah.
It looks pretty
I think they must have
interesting.
made it themselves.
Yeah?
Yeah. Shadeen Cafe serves Thai milk tea, green tea, coffee, and fruit sodas. With a lot of competition in the local area, they wanted to be different, they wanted to be innovative, and therefore they were forced, they say, to come up with good ideas. And this idea clearly seems to hit the spot.
Right. Yeah, that's when marketing gets really desperate. That's what happens.
Yeah, they were quite cool about it. They tried to
Yeah.
market it on their Facebook, and they said, "Don't stare at it for too long. You won't be able to bear it. Please don't be too serious. Let's have a good laugh. When you have our drinks in hand, everyone will stare at you. So just enjoy our drinks. It's just a gimmick. Don't be so serious. Have a laugh with us. And if you're down, come and buy a coffee with us and have these special bags." Yeah, and the post was shared about 30,000 times and attracted a lot of comments and customers, about 13,000 comments. And yeah, people thought mostly that it was hilarious. And what a fun way to hydrate yourself.
Right.
Some people even asked the shop owners, please advise us on how to drink this coffee. Where do we drink it from? Down, up, sideways?
I think you might need to cut the tip and then just kind of drink from the bottom. That's a
Do we
mouth.
need to travel to Songkhla to make a video
I
on
kind of
this?
want to, but we'll see if we have any budget for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know. Should we travel to Songkhla tonight? And
Tonight.
yeah, because this is breaking news, and show you how to drink this coffee bag.
You can do that. Hey, by the way, before
Yeah.
we go, can I talk about the Thaiger Talk
Yes,
forum?
yes, you absolutely can.
So guys, if you don't know this already, we actually have a website. It's called thetiger.com. And if you go to the top right hand corner, you'll find the Thaiger Talk forum where you can chat about anything regarding Thailand or around the world for that matter. And at the very top of it, if you click into it, there's going to be a blue banner, and that's the area for the Thaiger quiz, which comes out every Tuesday and Friday, and guests can play quizzes too. You don't have to log in as a member. You can just click on the button and just kind of play away. I kind of did mine today morning, and I think we're on quiz number 67, and it's on companies from Thailand, and I scored 4 out of 5.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Well
so
done.
I know my stuff, guys. I know my stuff. And
I love quizzes.
they're fun because they have multiple choices, and it's only 5 questions. So it's not like you're there sitting there forever and you don't have to think much. You just have to click in. And some of my favorites, if you want to go try today, quiz number 63 is about food words in Thailand to test out your Thai vocabulary. And quiz number 25 is test your knowledge of Thai food, where the quiz master kind of shows a picture of a Thai dish and you have to guess what the dish name is. It's easy, it's fun, it's free. I think you guys should go check it out.
Yeah, visit the Tiger
Tiger
Talk
Talk
forum
forum.
to join the conversations. They've got a lot of conversations going on. And if you like talking about Thailand and want to meet like-minded people, you can visit the Tiger Talk forum. And a big thank you as well to our great moderators.
Yes.
You had a chance to meet a couple of them a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, I was in Phuket at that time. But thank you to all the moderators as well who take care of the forum.
Yes. As Big Hewer does all the quizzes, so special shout out to
Is
you.
it Big Hugh? What do we
Big
call him?
Hewer.
Big Hugh?
Big Hugh, sure.
Big Hewer.
Big
I
Hewer.
like Big Hugh.
Okay.
Cool. All right, let's take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be talking about your questions, and Natty will be answering them as well as me. So let's take a quick break. Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand. It's now time to answer your questions, and the voice of God has entered the chat.
Hello.
Very powerful.
Sorry. A comment for the mask mandate topic. Oh, well, not the mandate itself, but wearing masks. Tony the Thaiger 86 said that when you walk outside, there's no need for a mask. It's a lot safer than dining in or drinking coffee indoor. I think the logic, it's just weird that, like, you know, when you go in a restaurant, you're wearing the mask at the start, but then you take it out and
Yeah.
you know, it's out there. But yeah, that was one comment.
That is quite strange, and I've made a point of it as well, and I think we're just hypocrites, aren't we? We just walk, while we're walking around, everyone's like, ooh, social distancing, hush hush. You're standing in an elevator, you're supposed to face away from each other, but for some reason, if we walk into a restaurant with 1,000 people, everybody's off with their mask, and apparently coronavirus doesn't exist indoors. So good point, Tony the Tiger.
Good point.
He's
Okay.
died like a tiger.
A lot of comments in the disability topic, that whole thing. Ryan Bishop said that a lot of those guys that are reported on social media, they lose their jobs, friends, and a lot of things. So that's why that person decided to sue. I mean, it seems like that was... Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. Mark Robo said that if the photo is legit and a true representation, then it's your own problem. Deal with being caught. The only thing that the photo could have done better, like the person that took it, was to have a clear picture of the windscreen or the dashboard showing that they had no permit to park, to use that parking space.
Yeah, that's the problem with Thailand. Unlike the US, I don't think we actually need a disability card to prove.
I have seen one before though, but I'm not sure if it's actually like a Thai one. I've just seen a sticker for disability. But you're right, I don't think there's a legal one.
There's not a legal one because I see people in Paragon or, you know, like shopping centers where they have places for people with disabilities, old, elderly people who are pregnant to park. Yeah, none of them have stickers, and the guards willingly let them park there. If they see a car seat or a heavily pregnant women, they'll be like, yeah, just park there. So it's by honor. It's an honor, how do you call it? By honor? Like they're honoring your
It's an honor system.
honor
We
system. There we go.
trust.
There we go.
We trust.
Damien Jesser said that in Australia it's common to park like that if you have a trailer on, but never over disabled parking spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Johnson C said that aren't most Thais Buddhist and therefore believe in karma. So like the guy that was exposed on social media, like why is he shocked that it was revealed there? You know, that everyone started coming at him for that.
Well, you know, no matter what the religion of a country or people, there are assholes everywhere.
Yeah, I think he just got super defensive. That's what bad people do. Defend.
I'm not saying that he, I'm just saying they're bad people who do bad things everywhere around the world, regardless of country, religion, or anything.
Yeah. And then Dating Guru said that I can't say what I think about the a-hole that parked that way because I would get sued for hate speech.
Right.
Yep. And the final comment, I swear the Thaiger members are really quiet today. When you were on the penis bags topic, Poco Loco said that, Jay, that's not normal. The creation of the bag.
Yeah. They also created other forms of bags as well. Shai, did you have a picture of that? Okay, yeah. If you saw the picture, they had they just tried to be different. They would put coffee in like a large tube just to be different, just to be cool, and people like that. I guess it just becomes a point of conversation, something to talk about. Enough with the penis bags, Shai.
But you're just showing tons of.
Yes.
But wouldn't it have made more sense if they actually made udders? Like cow udders, is that what you call them? Like milk bags?
Udders, yeah.
Yeah, so and then you can do it the same thing, like
what,
the same
milk?
design. Yeah, milk, because this is milk tea, right?
Yes.
Or coffee with milk in it.
But
And then you have so
I don't
many
even want to know
channels
how
for
you
you to.
start drinking that.
You have to milk it. Okay, that looked
Oh,
that
no.
was
Oh,
not
that's
good.
hilarious.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay. John Peake asked, Question: What more changes will be happening with Good Morning Thailand, since Tim is hardly on the show? Like, he's not physically here for the past few days.
What's going to happen to?
Are there gonna be any more changes
To Good Morning
to Good
Thailand?
Morning Thailand?
No, Tim's just away this week. I think he's coming back on Friday, so he will be here next week. He's off on his adventures, and he's working from Phuket this week. Yeah, he's busy doing things.
Yes.
No, not much has changed. Unfortunately, yesterday, for example, me and Natty had to go do another project, and Tim, thankfully, filled in for us, and because he's away for work in Phuket, we're filling in for him today. So it's all in team effort. Unfortunately, we have a lot of projects going on. We want to bring more things, whether they're exhibitions, whether they're projects. Sometimes they don't always happen in Bangkok, so we're out and about, moving here and there, and we have to unfortunately not be in office. So yeah, it's a team effort. We all fill in when we can, and we're all together when we can be.
Yes. Ryan Bishop commented, like, I think Thaiger members are tired of the coronavirus news, because I said that they're really quiet today.
I think a lot of people are tired of the coronavirus news. I completely agree with you, Ryan. Hopefully there's better things to talk about soon, and that we can completely put this corona news behind us.
Damien Jesser said that in Australia they have like a blue sticker for the disability car. Not sure if you have to pay for it or if it's a medical certificate. Wouldn't it be better if in Thailand that's how you would know if someone's allowed to use that parking space?
Yeah.
It's easier to monitor.
Well, a lot of things would be easier in Thailand if they did things differently. However, slow and steady wins the race.
This is what I don't like about Thailand. When they try to adopt a new system, like for example, this new parking slot made for disabled people, they only take a portion of it. They don't take the whole entire thing. They don't think of it as a system, like how can we ensure that people are gonna actually utilize this newly brought thing from the Western world properly, right? They're just like, oh, that's a good idea. Just gonna take a portion of it. And of course it doesn't work. Same thing with like the education system. They're like, yeah, we have to have, I don't know, like national exams. I'll just create one. But they don't think, how can we get all the levels of the public schools to match the private levels of the schools, right? So there's a huge discrepancy in terms of knowledge gap. And so, of course, the private school kids are going to go to better universities because the uneducated are not having the same education as the other people, unlike in, I don't know, I guess like in the UK or something, or Sweden. Let's take Sweden, where public or private, more or less you'll get this kind of a similar education system, I would guess. So yeah, Thailand needs to do a better job of adopting the whole system if they want to do something, is my criticism.
Hold on, Nettie.
Oh.
Beep. Was taking a picture for your presidential
Thank
candidacy.
Thank you.
Nice.
Natty for president, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
I voted.
No, but you do make a very good point, and I hope that someone out there gets to hear these
Listen
words.
to me.
Be the
Okay.
change you want to see. Starting with Natty Warisa.
Yeah.
Someone had a good comment. Mark Rubber says, yes, 100% Carmen. Nearly logged off halfway through Cyrona.
Cyrona. I don't know what that means.
Cyrona. No, I think he's
It's a
agreeing that, they're tired of the coronavirus news. Ryan Bishop says, GMT needs live animals like Good Morning America. The only live animal to ever make it on Good Morning Thailand is Charlie.
No
the
wonder.
Pom.
Everybody was saying, where's Charlie? And I was like, who is Charlie?
Who's
Yeah,
Charlie?
that's Mike's dog.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's the cutest little fluffy dog
I love
you'll ever see.
fluffy
he's
dogs.
a Pom.
Pomeranian.
Yeah, Pomeranian.
Those
yeah.
are my favorite. Those
They're
are
very
so cute.
He's very cute.
Yeah.
Ryan Bishop says, are you following the Johnny Depp trial? My wife is addicted.
Yes.
Carmel is.
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm following it, but I always get suggestions to watch the video. I'm like, why does YouTube think? I mean, I do like Johnny Depp as an actor, and I guess the cookies and the Google knows it. Siri's always hearing my voice. So yeah, the update today. Kate Moss was gave her comments or something.
Yeah.
He didn't push me down the
Nice.
stairs. She slipped.
Do you think that Amber Heard's professional career is now
I love how we're talking
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is her professional career
100%.
over?
I have a feeling it's not going to be very popular.
No, I think no matter what happens, I think people have very short memory. I think she might lay low for a couple of years, and maybe in the future, you know, everyone deserves forgiveness.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
She
I
does-
mean, yeah.
I mean, this
When you-
trial is not making her look
No.
good, is it? It's not
no,
really working.
no. All her responses and stuff, like the way her team is going on this case, it's really bad.
Yeah.
But then when you look at her social media platforms, she still has people that are, on her side. I think, yeah. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Kevin Z says, when Top Gun 2 is showing in Bangkok? I was actually invited to go see Top Gun 2 last night. I believe it was out last night.
Is it already
Wednesday.
released?
Yes. Or is it May 26th? Let me check. Top Gun 2. Top Gun 2.
Is Tom
in
Cruise still
Paragon.
doing
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
own
yeah, he
stunts?
is.
Oh my gosh.
So you can actually go and watch Top Gun 2 today.
Nice.
And Tom Cruise, along with the other actors, that crazy person, he actually made all the actors do like fighter
Nice.
pilot training,
Yeah.
so that it would look real. And they
Good.
actually did it in the jets,
Wow.
and like they had to do G-force practice and stuff.
Wow.
I mean, what can the man not do? He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe in Scientology and not the other stuff he's into, but he's a cool guy,
Right.
actor. John P says, Jay, come on, B Team Johnny. Johnny Depp will always be my favorite actor.
Sick Puppy says Top Gun 2. I saw it and give it a 3.5 stars.
Out of
Out of
what?
what, though?
Maybe
Out of-
Out of
even
five?
even out of 5
3.5
is
is
pretty
low.
low.
That's
yeah.
low.
And if it's 10, it's even worse. So
Well, Sick Puppy was not on the nostalgia train, I'm guessing.
yeah.
John Peak says, Jay, it's the 26th. Yes, it is, John Peak. Yes, it is. Poco Loco says she will be blacklisted. Is that Amber Heard, I'm guessing? IMAX at Siam starts today. All right. I guess
Nice.
we have nothing else to talk about because we're talking
Yeah.
about Top Gun and Johnny Depp and Amber
Oh
Heard.
no.
Yeah. Sick Puppy says out of 5. 3.5 is a pretty low score.
Yes.
BBC gave it a 5 stars, and normally BBC reviews are quite harsh. They're quite strict with it, but
Right.
they said everything improved. I don't know, Top Gun made me want to be a fighter pilot. so-
Whoa.
Yeah, I wanted to be a
Okay.
fighter pilot when I was younger.
Aw.
And then I realized that you do need some form of brains to become a pilot, and therefore my dreams were dashed.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please click the like button. There's almost 360 people watching right now. Please click the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you've made it so far. And do it for Natty.
Oh, and Jay.
Thank you to
And all
yeah.
the turds.
Thank you to all the
Turds.
members who've watched our episode so far. We've been flagged for talking about...
Pinay.
Yes.
Pinay.
But it's okay, because you deserve to know that news. As for now, I'll be signing off, saying thank you very much for staying with us so far. Nettie, any last comments?
Thank you for staying with us so far. Thank you for being Thaiger members and chatting along with us.
And of course, to all the viewers as well watching us live every day. Thank you, Nettie.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Carmel.
Thank you.
Thank you to Shy behind the buttons doing a solo performance today. Might I add, he's got red hair. That is actually true, he's got red hair.
So random.
We,
All right.
we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.